Nope, can't hear you at all, Rufio.
Of course you can't, because I didn't hit push to talk. Now, as we were here last time, the group defeated the Wrath Demon, who was never able to reach full power. They brought a young girl from the frozen lands of Ceres back with them from the Wrath Plane named Maisie. She was experiencing horrible, truly terrible pain and wanted to eat part of the Wrath Demon. The group did not allow her to. They used not only a purifying potion from Brakenwood, but also Zarin used his blessing that he got in the crypt of the Swift Quivers in order to finally cure her after the failed Eldritch Blasting. That may have been performed by somebody. Who knows? After that, they took Maisie to the church and went back home. They were exhausted, mostly wanted to sleep. They met a lot of fun new people and critters. And then after that, Lorelai had a horrible dream that she didn't like, and then woke up, sought comfort from Seraphina, and the group began to talk about what they were going to do that day and what things they would like to find out when they go back to the Swift Quiver Mansion.
Rufio hit a button and again, just exited his game.
Guess what I put my push to talk button as, Ricky?
Alt F4.
No, I put it as
Backspace?
mouse button 3.
Oh. Is that your back button?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fun night.
Okay, cool.
Dude.
Fuck. I'm sure nothing else that's going to bother them is going to happen today.
Alright guys,
Bro.
good session. We'll see you next week.
Okay,
Title for the session already. This session is cursed.
Yeah.
Ghosts in the machine. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
I mean, I think we were heading to the Swift Quiver family house.
Yeah, I think that's where we left off.
Cool. You actually hear a knock on the door as you're going to leave.
Like on Zaren's door or
No,
the,
at
like, front door?
the front door.
Is anybody else coming? I was just getting out of the room.
I'm seeing something real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I was having technical problems because I can't connect my mouse when my headphones are connected because of the way this connects.
What?
It's USB. So my mouse is a USB wireless. So I'm operating on a touchpad.
And so yeah, I open the door.
Nope.
As you open the door, you see a young lady wearing glasses, her hair pulled up in a bun with long hair coming down in the front. She looks very put together, wearing this like nice but not fancy dress, I would say, for this world. And she's like holding a little clipboard, and like as she sees Aaron open the door first, she looks a little startled, and she goes and she looks quickly at her clipboard and goes, "Oh, you must
Actually,
be
she doesn't.
Zarin." No.
No, because no sound can pass through the barrier of the doorway.
Okay, you see her going, whoa, 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 whoa.
I will sort of like motion for her to like move, and I'll step outside.
She takes a step in. You must be Zarin. Is your group back from its adventure?
I'm sorry, miss. Are we acquainted with you?
Hi. I'm Cynthia. I'm Jaliope's assistant. And I wanted to come by because she has a schedule that I just set up for her for Serenity by Jaliope.
What?
I'm going to sigh, walk inside, close the door.
Close the door.
Well, I sort of look at Seraphina. Jaliope's assistant is outside.
She has an assistant now?
What?
It seems she is beginning an empire.
Is that more pressing than what we already have on our plate?
How long were we in there?
Little over a month.
Month and a half.
Yeah.
Month and a
Okay,
half.
that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know if it is as pressing or as related as I wish it were. Say what? I didn't hear you.
I kind of agree.
Like, it is worrying because of the source of what she can do and the ties that it comes back to for us and for the stuff that we are worried about. You know, I think this, like we've said, the more she does, the more she accesses it, the more that I fear this will take her over. I mean, she is already almost. Does she knock, Rufio?
Yeah, she knocks again.
Do we hear the knock because of the spell?
Yeah, I would say yeah. You're still muted. You are not.
Technically, the barrier's outside the door.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
knocking is fine.
Yeah.
And I will just give her a finger, this finger, and I'll close the door again. I don't know. I don't feel like we have the energy to deal with this. I don't know. What do you want to do?
I mean, I agree. I don't think we have the time nor the energy to deal with this. We've already got a lot on our plate. I think this is a problem for another day, another time.
At what point does that deferral to a later time become the cause of it being a bigger problem? Is the problem? I know. You know how I am. I'm just talking. Because I
We
agree.
do a lot of that.
I agree. I don't want to deal with this either. I just worry that it will become a bigger problem if we don't. But we don't also. I am just exasperated. I'm sorry.
Or just what?
Exasperated.
I thought that was your current state, or not current. I thought that was just your state, your natural state.
Not always. We, Serafina, you know very well, we have had the company of people that are exceedingly good at making us exasperated.
You especially.
No, not me especially, and you know that very well. Listen, as much as we, love the people we have traveled with, they have had some moments that made my eyes very tired from rolling into the back of my head. How about I put it that way?
I'm not sure if you're meaning me or not.
No, not particularly. How did you sleep last night? Yes, this is my point. Do we just let her go and say, fuck it, I don't care? Let it be.
I think for today, yes. We have other more pressing matters that I would like to get to.
Maybe we can do some research while we're at the Swift Quiver library. Maybe we could see if there's anything on that sloth demon.
That's a good potential. I imagine that they have something. They're a family of adventurers.
Well, no, not even. Not that is. It's not only that. I mean, we have the. Where is it? Their family was the ones who originally trapped Luthargos. From their namesake, you don't remember? I think the little boy is named after him. No.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I'll pull out the note, like we had like his notes that we found in the leading up to Pearl, and it literally says Jaren Swiftquiver used to trap a spirit with
Okay.
any prayers. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
so like that's legit.
Okay. That was less Serafina not remembering and more her player not remembering.
That's why I made the wiki.
I was trying to look at the wiki, but I couldn't find the link.
Yeah. Oh, also if you just go to I think I did it on this one. If you go to your journal, there. Oh, Rufio. You see, go into the journal page, and you see a journal entry that just says wiki. Push to talk, my guy.
Are you saying it should be at like the top bar, or
No, it
should
should
it
be
be
in the-
under
in-
one
it's
of
in-
the... Oh,
it should
my
be-
journal. Or
yeah.
in party journal.
Yeah, party journal. Like the normal. No, the normal journal pages.
When you hit J.
No,
No. Oh, the fucking one on the side.
the Foundry journal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You see
Yeah,
where
I
it
see
says
wiki.
wiki? Right click it, configure permissions, give us all permission to it. Yeah, on the right hand bar, if you the book icon, it's the 5th one down. You click on that, and then there's a button that says wiki.
Hey!
It will
I have it
bring
now.
up. Yeah, it'll bring up literally the wiki as a web page.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot I did that.
Awesome.
So yeah, so you can search in Jaren, and it'll bring up Jaren Swiftquiver, who has the wrong icon because it pulled the token for the little guy, not because he never had a token, but has all the info on him and Lethargos and all that. So
I got really fucking confused for a second because on the journal page there's an entry for notes from a completely different campaign.
Oh yeah, it's because you've used this
Uh-huh.
world for like 2
Yeah.
different campaigns.
Yeah, I know. I just confused the shit out of me for a second because I was like, what is... Wait, I remember this.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
Yeah,
Um,
those are good
But-
notes. I'm gonna keep those.
but yeah, so yeah, so you can use that to access it instead of like going to a different tab. So, anyways, yeah, so yeah, I'll just kind of walk up to the door and just like let her in. I don't care. I'm not a problem for today. How long before he realizes he's not pressing his push?
Right now. I hope everything's going well for you. I heard you were adventurers from Fern and her little group of friends. Did Calliope give you the note that I gave her for you from the quiver?
Calliope has been in this state
That makes
since
sense.
we returned home.
It's okay. Fern taught me what to do in this situation. See her walk up to the table and pick up. Oh God! Fuck, damn it! God damn it!
Did he hit back on his mouse again?
Yeah.
Rufio, just take it off a fucking push to talk, man.
You're
This is
already
gonna be the funniest fucking session.
Anyway, so yeah, you see her go and she picks up a muffin off the table, and then she goes and picks up a pillow off of Calliope's bed. And as she goes and walks next to where Calliope is sleeping, you see her just lift up the pillow and hit her twice in the face with it, and then hold out the muffin really quickly. As Calliope like immediately starts to lift up in the bed, like looking with an angry look on her face. And then she sees the muffin and just sort of like takes it and starts eating it slowly. And then like Cynthia just sort of like looks in the covers of Calliope's bed. As you see a lifting, as you're looking now, you see like you can't really tell where Calliope's hair and dress and the covers end or begin. It's almost like so dark that it's void space, that's like negative space. And like
Just
eventually
Vanta
Cynthia
Black.
finds a little letter. Yeah. Finds a little letter for you in there that from the quiver and pulls it out and walks over to Zarin with it. I'm pretty sure it's just asking you to like go there.
Did you read my correspondence?
No, they were basically like wondering where you were, and they asked me if I knew where you were, and then I said no, and then they like wrote something really quickly and handed it to me. So I assume it's just them wanting to know where you are.
I mean, yeah, we've been gone for a month. We didn't stop by after we came out, right? We just came
No,
here and said
straight
we need
home.
to rest.
Mhm.
That's fair. Because we stopped after we come back from the forest, I believe, was the last time. Before we went to the house.
We stopped after the mountains.
And as Calliope like finishes her muffin and she finally gets out of bed and starts moving across the room, you do notice that very quickly that like this like Vanta Black negative space seems to just be surrounding the lower half of her body, and like it almost looks like she's just like floating within it instead of like actually taking steps. When she like leans, it almost looks like it's not like fully at like where her center would be if she were just standing there. But otherwise, she seems like she's like acting normally. She's just acting exactly like Calliope as she like goes around, goes to make some coffee. And Kurik, you do notice that she has this like bone necklace around her neck that looks a lot like it has like a little skull that looks like Rotwalker's skull.
I must have.
And
I
she's
want a
sort of
little.
like, she goes and gets some coffee and comes back and looks around. She's like, I don't like what you've done with your hair, Ophelia. And keeps walking. But oh, this is yours. And she starts like taking off the necklace. And you just see this necklace that's like bones and skulls, like as she's like taking it off and holding it out between you and Kurik.
I know I'm gonna give it to Curry, but I'm just gonna reach my hands out with like and just like gently take it before
she just sort of,
immediately
like,
giving it to Kurg.
Kurik's whole face just lights up as he takes it. He's so excited to have a little guy now. Kirk's gonna put it around his neck.
Yeah. Here, go ahead and pick up the item I dropped next to you.
There it is.
And then, as soon as you put it on your neck, like Roddy turns, like instead of looking at Calliope, and looks at you and like walks over to you. What you want Roddy do?
I don't know where we're going to go is going to react to you. Why don't you stay here for a little bit and I will come get you once we are done.
Okay, I stay here most of the time anyway.
It's for your own safety.
Clean. I eat anything. What do while here?
You can clean for now if you would like.
Okay.
Kirk's kind of got a little bounce in his step now. He's like, he's got a friend.
You see him sort of just start walking around and like picking up like little dirt he finds or like food scraps that like the kids didn't finish that fall and just like eating it. He does have 2 abilities that are described on the sheet.
Okay.
On the item, rather. But yeah, Aaron, as you open the letter, it does indeed just say that your group is being requested back at the Quiver. Gideon has made it back alive from Brakenwood, and there needs to be further discussions about that.
Swift Quiver. We have a date to keep.
Yeah, what time were we supposed to be there?
In the morning.
Yeah, that's fine. We can head that way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yoki doke. As you all, why did I? Oh my god! I know I didn't upload a token for that. Now I'm stupid. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I got confused. Anyway, you begin your journey across the city to get back to the Swift Quivers.
Your mic did not pick that up.
You gotta activate the
Really?
Rufio.
I know. I'm still.
Okay.
1 second. Why is that wrong? Something is wrong on this map. Yeah, so you make your way across the city through Avalon Square into the front of Greeley Estates. You are let in with the passes that you were given, and as you make your way up to the door, you are greeted in the foyer by your old friend Florence.
You want to put the right token instead of stabbing us in the heart again?
Oh,
Oh,
whoopsie.
yikes.
Yep. Ah,
Also, there's no
Me-
light in the scene, so everything's dark.
everything's red.
I thought that's what I thought I say. I didn't hit apply. Or save changes, I guess. I didn't hit one of them.
Also, wasn't this shit like super on fire and like getting destroyed for
Yeah.
like a month?
Yeah, they're incredibly rich.
No, like that's what I'm asking. Is this repaired?
Oh, yes,
Or-
this is repaired.
Yes,
Not
that's
it's
what I'm
not
asking.
yeah.
Is this
Uh-huh.
prepared, or was it not actually really on fire?
No, it's repaired. You
Okay.
can see like just from like it looks like it's been perfectly replicated, but you can tell that it's newer material.
That much money.
Money and magic.
I'm so glad you've made it back. The accommodations for resurrecting the children is oh yeah, I remember the voice that I was told that I don't know how to do for this character last time. Some kind of southern drawl, but not this one. But yes, I'm so happy that you were able to rescue them and bring them back. They're currently being brought to the church for resurrection, and we're just so excited to have their laughter and games back in the house. Is it just the library you wanted to look at again?
I thought we were supposed to talk to the lady of the house.
Yes, unfortunately, I mean, she's given me permission to look, I basically get to just tell you guys yes to whatever you want. But like, she's getting together with some friends for some sort of spa day.
Forgive me, I am not familiar with the family tree here. But the lady of the house is she the only patriarch of the family currently?
Um, that's
Like, does
It
she have a
seems so at
husband
the
or
moment.
a father or another figure of
No,
importance?
it's just her. There was a man, but they thought they were going to marry. He's the one that they did marry. He's the one they had the children with, but he died in an adventure.
Does she have any siblings, perchance, as well? Or is she only child?
She was an only child.
And her parents, are they gone from the mortal coil as well?
I know that one of them is. I think the other one's not, but he doesn't live in the city anymore.
Okay.
Her father is still alive, I know.
Very well. And remind me, Rufio, what is her name?
Flossie.
Flossie.
No.
The Swiftquiver lady?
Yeah.
That is a good question. Lucinda is the only name that I can find that it should likely be.
Yeah, we got the feeling that this is a shadow of what the house used to be, correct?
Yes, in terms of greatness, yeah.
Okay. That's why I was like asking about like parents and grandparents to like hear
Uh-huh.
the like old timer tales, right? That's what I was kind of
Yes.
hoping for.
No, that's no, yeah, no. That's why you sort of have carte blanche after saving the children, because you have re-given hope to their family line.
Okay. Yes, very well. Yes, if you can guide us to the library. I think last time we were here it was a little hectic and on fire.
Yes, I remember. You didn't let me come inside. Again, good decision. I just wish I could have. I would have liked to be there for it. And then she leads you down to the library, which I will double check real quick to see who's there. Activate. Leading you down the spiral staircase to the library. Flossie just sort of lets you walk in front of her. She just seems like, even though she's worked here for a while, she just seems like very like sort of in love with everything and always like mystified by its
Aw.
grandness. And she just sort of starts looking around. She goes, I know you've been in here before. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them. I've read up on the house a lot, but Ricky disappeared from.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yep. I may not be a member of the family, but I've helped a lot with it. I've been here a long time, so if you have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you.
Oh, you want to turn on the lights, Rufio?
Is this also non-lit? God damn it.
Yeah, because you didn't have it lit before. I was using light to keep it lit on Ophelia.
Right.
Also, this library has no windows.
And
No.
no doors. Sorry.
You don't need doors. Where we're going, you don't need doors.
Yeah, I mean, is she familiar with the library or no?
She knows about like specific like she knows where the books she likes to read are, but she doesn't know like a super high amount about like the contents of things. She might be able to tell you like which direction to look in for a topic or something though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just start going through because I think we grabbed some books out of like a drawer in here,
Ah,
like moon stuff related.
Yeah, you got paperwork from one of these whatchamacallit,
Display cases.
display cases, that's the word. I was gonna say curio case, and that didn't seem right.
I mean, I think also would be right.
But yes, for one of those
What-
display cases.
Are the cases still here?
Yes.
What is in them now? Because didn't we break one of them, or one of them was like
One of them.
One
was
of
broken
them
too,
needed,
also,
yeah. Yeah.
because it's where the gauntlets were, or some. It's where something was. Something was stolen.
Yes, the gauntlets were in number 1. The 3 cabinets. No, they were in number 2, sorry. Yes, the first cabinet has information and like different artifacts and items recovered from the Infinite Cave. The second cabinet has a bunch of like evil artifacts basically. And then the third cabinet is all just information, like it's dedicated to Jaren Swiftcover, the patriarch of the family.
okay. I'm gonna just sort of like do a quick like browse of each of the sections and kind of just see if I can discern what like ordering system they are in. If people want to look at specific things too, but that's kind of just I want to get an overview of like where things are in here, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure where to start.
Sure. As you start looking around at them, you do see like that they are divided by like sort of what type of work they are, whether it's like research or like a book of stories or historical or like so it does seem categorized to some amount, and then within there you see it appears to be ordered just by like actually roll an investigation. You'd have to roll investigation to figure that out. Within the shelves they seem to be ordered chronologically.
Right. Does anyone else have any particular things they want to try to find or look into?
Did Flossie stay down here?
Yes, she's gone over to this little couch to read a book.
She jumped up to the ceiling for a little bit, but then she came back down.
Uh-huh. She wasn't doing nothing evil up there.
Seraphina's actually just gonna approach her. I was hoping to ask Miss Swiftquiver this question. Lady Swiftquiver? That sounds better for a D&D world. Lady Swiftquiver?
Yes.
But I noticed a marking on one of those display cases over there of Avonis Birch River. Do you know?
Could you show it to me?
Him? I'm gonna take her over and show her the marking of my father, because his name has always been Avonis, but he never had a last name until 5 seconds ago. Because Seraphina never had a last name.
Yeah.
But I point out the mark. It's an elven fellow. The merchant.
Yes. I remember that. There's a few things in this house that have that mark on them. What is it that you'd like to know? He seemed like a very nice man. I didn't get to interact with him too much, but
When was the last time he was here?
let's see. That would have been about 4.5, 5 months ago.
While we were in the fucking forest? Does he come often?
No. He seems to handle like I don't know if it's something that like his family's always done, because that mark is on like some really old things in the house. So I think it's just like maybe his family's known for that. And that's why they seek him out for those sort of important things.
So you don't necessarily know of any way to get in contact with him?
Oh, I could probably get away, yeah. Do you need to acquire something? I'm sure that the lady has some sort of way to contact him.
Would just like to know where he is or where he's going next.
Of course. That shouldn't be too hard.
I knew him a long time ago, and I would like to see him again.
Oh, of course. Sure. Let me just write that down really quick. And you see when she grabs a little piece of paper to take a note for herself. He goes, Birchwood, you said?
Birch River.
Birch River. Okay. Yeah. I'll ask the lady about that. And, as soon as she's home from her session, I'm sure that she'll be more than happy to help. It's
Where this session is happening?
oh, yes, there's a little rentable area in one of the parks nearby, and they rented like a little I think it's called a yurt. It's like a round tent. And it's actually the session is run by the same woman who made that pillow that you gave us. So she
Hey,
has they make like the dirt really soft, and she puts some sort of like, I guess it's like oils or herbs or essences in it, and like you just get so relaxed in there. It's really sort of become a trend among some of the nobility here.
cool. Awesome.
Do you want the lady to get you a session? I guess you don't need to get it that way. You know her yourself.
Yeah, I do.
So lucky.
No. That's one way to put it. Uh, no. I am good. But if
Okay.
you could just pass that message along to the lady of the house, I would appreciate it.
Of course. I'd love to. I will say. To look at something real quick, actually.
Do I make Ollie follow me?
I might not have that assigned anymore, or that module anymore.
I couldn't do it
Okay.
last time.
Yeah, I just don't have it enabled. It might not
Okay.
be updated for the current version.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll go back over to Zarin. Did Flossie stay away? Is Flossie where she is on the map?
No, she's gone back to her little couch to go back to reading.
What's Flossie's species?
She is a human.
Cool. I go over
Why
to
she got
Zarin.
pointy ears?
She doesn't in all of the images.
They're not that pointy, I guess. When you
No.
zoom in from far, if you zoom out, they
From
look
far
really
away,
pointy.
no, I agree.
Go up to Zarin. And in Elvish. I think we might need to kill Calliope.
Today or like at a different time?
I'm starting to think maybe sooner better. But,
I mean, I think if this current trajectory continues, it will come to that. But I don't think that is the solution for today. I don't think that there is no path forward from this today. I don't know how long that will be, but today I don't think she is beyond the veil yet.
but we are in agreement, so we're probably going to have to do it.
I am in agreement that something will need to be done. I don't necessarily think that killing her is the only way. Look at what we did for this, the cold girl. we were able to remove some affliction that seemed unremovable.
With some very powerful magic that we don't have access to anymore.
That we don't have access to yet. We will find a way. But I don't think that any of us should feel reserved by by having to make that choice when it comes to it.
Let's go.
But the days passed quickly while we were gone, and that lost us much time that we needed to see to that issue. But
Okay.
what did I? So we sort of get a feel for how this is laid out then.
Yeah, you get a good feel for how it's laid out.
All right. Well, what where do you want to start, Miss Serafina?
I switch out at Elvish at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot of things that we gotta research, so divide and conquer.
That sounds good.
Because we got Magali, and we got Lethargos, and we got whatever the fuck the fire demon's name was. Did he have a name? Evercinder, right. We got Evercinder, and we got Lethargos, and we got Magali, and Meatman? Uxaro?
Those are different people, but yes.
I'm aware. We got a lot we gotta research. So, divide and conquer or help each other out?
Where do you want to research, Serafina?
I believe that the biggest threat currently is Magali.
All right then. And I'll sort of escort her over to like a section that is, because it is questionable. Is this something that is better suited for lore and fantasy? Something that is more suited for like history? You know, it is unsure where we would find this, but I think wherever you do find Magali, you will find the lieutenants of this entity. I think it will all be close by at least. But you can start on that, and then what do we want the other two to look into? Actually, I'll go and grab Lorelei, and I'll bring her over to like one of the sections and be like, "Here is, I think, where you can find religious texts talking about the history of some of the deities of this place. Can you look through here? I am looking. I think we should look for information, maybe about that is related to the moon in some way. This has come across several times. This like lunar cult, or some say is a cult, some say was like a civilization. it would have been very long ago, and I'll sort of show her where it's like chronologically a little bit. Look through these, see if there is any like mention anything of this sort of nature, and I'll give her like what
lunar
we have.
child.
Yes, I'll give her like information about what we have on that.
Cool.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, once I know what everyone is researching, I will request the roll.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll also
Yeah.
say also as you're looking through, make note of anything that references. I'll as I'm telling this, I'll like start writing down these names. Lyalant, Uxaril, they might show up there. Just because they're old members of this world. Yes.
Okay.
And then I'll grab Kirk and I'll bring him over to where they've got like all of the biographies of the Swift-Whipper family, because these pompous fuckers all wrote a biography, I feel like.
Oh,
Of course.
there's yeah.
And
It's journals of their adventures.
yeah.
It's journals of adventures, yeah.
And yes, so here, I would definitely start with, I think we have one journal of Jaren, the original patriarch of this family, but I want you to look through and see if there is anything else out of the ordinary. Particularly see if, I don't know if Jaren was the only member of this family that was involved with the capture of Lethargos and Eversender, but see if you can find those those retellings. Yes.
Okay.
As you look through, like, don't intrinsically trust what is written.
Of course.
These not as much today, but I feel like in the past these people were very thought highly of themselves. Yes.
I mean, look at this house. I'm not surprised.
And so, you can take family history. And then because Seraphine is looking for
Magali.
and brethren. And I am going to look for in more of like a wider, like I'm gonna look for like the long shots, right? The
Okay.
things that might be mentioned like with like one footnote in one book. Like the like deep secret sort of stuff that like either wasn't known to be important or were so important that they didn't post it, like make a whole book about it, right?
Right.
Like trying to keep secret. Particularly information about the Infinite Cave, any mention of Shikari, or any other the like named like things that we're sort of investigating. But I'm looking not for like the big stuff, but like the little things
Right.
in places that you wouldn't think that they would be.
You're looking
That
for the
makes-
stuff that's not just in the display case about the cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Because like I theoretically should be the best at this, and so like I'm shooting for that like harder DC, if that makes sense, right?
Right.
So that's my research plan, guys. That's what I came up with.
Sure thing. I would like to ask Kirk and Lorelei for them to state like what they would like to find with the information they gather, just so I can try and correctly think of what the DC should be. Because right now it's sort of like a big topic.
So Kirk is kind of looking for like more instances of like the capture of Lethargos or Evercinder or potentially even other demons of the light.
Cool.
I'm looking for anything lunar goddess, lunar maiden related, and if there's any like connections to like what we're currently looking for as a whole.
Oh, also to add to the list of stuff where appropriate, the Vodemir that sort of stuff.
I mean, I think that would fall under
Yeah,
Magali.
I know. We just didn't
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
them specifically in Izanami.
Yeah.
I don't want to like not find something because we didn't specifically name that guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I would say for while we're searching, I would kind of fill Lorelai in on like some of the stuff that like we dealt with in the forest and like in the Pearl where like all of that like moon stuff came up, so she has a little more like understanding in the direction that we're going for, because all of this is
Right.
fresh information for her. So like even a little bit with like Keurig of like while we found him and like he was with us for Lethargos and Evercinder, kind of more of like even like explaining Uxarel a little bit, because there's some demonness aspect in that. So like making sure that not necessarily info dumping, but like giving him like the Spark Notes version of like this is the shit that like Zarin and I have been dealing with for a couple of months now.
Cool.
Thank you.
So hopefully that helps with the DC a little bit for you guys.
Fingers crossed.
Well, a little bit of a guidance without casting guidance.
I'm stressed about my damn.
All right.
Told y'all I wasted
Okay.
all my throws.
Well, so Seraphina, as you're sort of like trying to make sure that Lorelai and Keurig like are well informed and know what they do, know what they're looking for, you do have sort of like a harder time keeping track of your own investigating, and you're not quite able to find like you see a couple books you might think are about it because they have these like vague ominous titles about like this figure like about figures like being enrobed in black or like some sort of swirling thing. But as you flip through them, you aren't quite able to find what you're looking for. Trying to think. Yeah, no, that's it for now. I'll come back to Seraphina. Lorelai, you are able to, while looking through the religion section, able to find actually a couple books. You do find one that speaks about Uzurel, and you are able to find another that describes that sort of has like a what's the word? Like it's sort of like a series of letters written from someone who like while not a member of the cult of the Pale Moon was able to like live with them for a little bit.
It's like Midsummer, that guy that's writing that paper.
Yeah. Keurig, unfortunately, you are also not able to find anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah. And Zarin, as you're sort of looking through for these like deeper hints and cracks and tiny things in books, you are starting to get frustrated just by like the overwhelming like amount of it. And you like are looking around, you're investigating different things. You're like, even where you're looking on like the shelves is like right next to this display case about the cave, and it sort of just keeps like nagging at you until like you think maybe that is where you should end up looking, just from like staring at it over and over again while looking at books near it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to look in there, you can investigate
that's fine.
again. Yeah. Seraphina, you can of course now either help Lorelai read through the stuff she found, or if you want to like start searching again or like help anyone else. And Keurig, same for you. If you'd like to either help with the books that have been found and reading through them, or helping Zarin or anything like that.
I think I want to go one more time for searching. Being
Okay.
a little more specific, though. I want to see if I can figure out why I was sent after the Pearl in the first place. Like, what Lethargo, if there's anything Lethargos would have that could attract, the seedier side of the world kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Because you were sent to go inspect. You were told that there was just like a valuable,
Yeah, I want to see if there's
magical item in
something
there.
more
Uh-huh.
to that. Why, like, if any of the books explain, like, oh, this might attract attention of, there's this, seedier things or a rumor that was spread kind of thing.
Sure. Yes. Give me another investigation roll, and Seraphina, what would you like to do?
I'm also gonna go a little more direct and like.
Okay, nope. Wait. Is that okay?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you knock a couple books off the shelf. You bump your head a few times,
Yeah,
but
that
are
checks.
unable to find anything too useful.
I'm just gonna like search specifically for Magali. Like, I'm not gonna worry about like lieutenants or anything like that, and look for like instances of dark entities using people as vessels.
Okay. Give me another investigation. Cool.
It's showing D6.
That's why I was confused because mine showed a D6 as well.
I did see that also, but it did roll. It had to have rolled a D20.
It rolled a 20. It showed a 6, so that's why I was confused.
Show off.
I was just seeing if that worked.
Oh, actually, 1 second. Be right back.
That 5 for me.
I'm gonna try. This is not rolling anything. I just want to see if I can roll a D20 that would. Or not, because I'm fighting the computer today.
Yeah, if I roll just 1d1, it shows.
Just seeing if that would. Yeah, okay, that's still rolling a
Yeah.
D6. That's really weird.
I got a 16 on my investigation, though.
So Seraphina, as you start sort of like focusing on that thought of using things as vessels, you do find actually a very, very old like tome near the top of the shelf that is describing an adventure that a old member of the Swift Quiver family had. No, not that's name. I almost wanted to call him Regis, and then all I'd be able to think of is Regis Philbin. His name's gonna. You see the name Laurel Swiftquiver, and he's actually writing the adventure this is describing actually talks about him running into sort of a possessed entity. But as you like sort of give it like a few more read, like as you start getting into it a little more, you think that there might be a connection, but you'll have to take a little bit more time to read into it more.
I'll do that.
Cool. And Zarin, did you roll another investigation?
16.
Rolled a 6.
Rolled an 8, but sure.
Yeah, but like it rolled a d6.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's weird. Yeah, so as you're sort of you sort of get a little bit discouraged from your deeper search and look in the display cabinet, you you start seeing that like it's sort of a lot more like densely packed with items than it first looks, and like papers than it first looks like. And remind me again what your goal was.
The extra hidden things.
Mm-hmm. But was there any specific relation that you wanted?
The Shikari, Infinite
Right.
Stair Cave, that sort of stuff.
Okay, cool. Yes. You do not find anything about Shikari, unfortunately, but you do see as you're looking through it that there are specifically like what seems to be like letters inside of it between people who like were traveling into the cave and back. And the first thing that you notice that they describe is this sort of time dilation that happens that you've experienced, as well as in many cases when they explore like different parts of it, there's that sort of like numbness. And but yeah, you're able to find like these letters that seem to be describing some of the like some effects you felt, but also like they were a little hidden. They didn't seem like they were thought of as importantly as some of the other like books that they were organized with. It just sort of seems like a correspondence between two people.
Okay. So no like new information.
You'll need to read through it a bit more to, or give me just one more specific that you want to find out.
Like, yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll read through it. Review. That's the whole point of like the research.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, if I say
Look, I
something,
know,
I'm
but
not
you have
gonna
to
be...
find things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yes. So as you all begin reading and looking through your stuff, that's and then I was going to call the investigation. Sorry. I need you to roll a reading check.
I didn't find anything.
Oh, right.
It's fine. How about this? Can I find a book on learning Elvish
Oh, yeah. Probably
To
really
read.
easily.
to read while they're all doing that? Because I can't find shit on what we're actually looking for.
Yeah. You don't find a book specifically about learning how to read Elvish, but you do find like a children's book that's written in Elvish and English.
I'll do that. I'll work on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Serafina, as you're reading through it, you aren't able to find exactly the information that you're looking for, but you do, oddly enough, run into the word Shikari. Lorelei, which you got a couple books. Were you looking into the one about Uzarel or the one about the Cult of the Pale Circle?
The Pale Circle.
Okay, cool. As you're reading through that, you do it's a lot of the early parts of the book are sort of like just describing like their traditions and trends. And as you're reading into them, you start seeing that a lot of their like terminology that gets used over and over, or like their practices that they do, they basically all seem to be as a reaction and a like direct opposition to this force that they call the King with No Crown.
Is there like specific attributes they have towards the king with no crown? Like they're pointing out that they don't particularly like selfishness, greed, etc.
So it's as you continue reading into it, what you actually find is that it's the main attribute is that the king with no crown simply wants to control everything. That they believe they are basically the rightful ruler of all things, and that they were a spirit that came from a past world, but that they know they have to deal with it, but they don't actually know how until they found these like lunar objects in the infinite cave and started developing the cults around the lunar child. So this is like even like proto cult information.
Damn. And do I know where the infinite cave is, or is this like just a concept to me so far?
No one actually knows where it is. It's lost information.
A library mystery? Oh my gosh. Interesting. Is there like any records of like, let's say they got like particular like lunar object in a specific part of a forest or anything?
So as you sort of like are getting enthralled by it and you keep reading, you do start seeing entries that start mentioning mentioning a forest that has absurdly large trees. It's described as like trees that scrape the heavens. And you do see that they took up residence in this area for a long time, as a lot of the like humans and elves like didn't actually want to go to that forest because they thought it was cursed.
I don't think Lorelai would know off the top of her head any forest like that. Because she doesn't know much right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around and go, do you guys know of any places where like the trees touch the skies? Really big trees.
I mean, there's Brakenwood.
Well, found out that, you know, there's some objects found there, and I'm wondering if maybe this infinite cave can give us some of the answers you guys have questions regarding things. I'm tired, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm trucking. Oh, trivia. But yeah, apparently the cult,
What things
like,
were found there?
there's apparently like some objects that were picked up around there, and then apparently the cult kind of built itself around what they called an infinite cave. So I'm wondering if some of these locations where objects and pieces have been found are kind of like a trail to the infinite cave.
Pieces of what does it say the pieces are of?
Things infused with like lunar magic.
I'm gonna go over and look at the section or the book that she's found and sort of see kind of if I can piece together more of what the meaning is for it.
I'm gonna hold it up like a podium.
Make another roll. This will be more for quickness of reading than competency. You're very good at reading. So as you sort of like look through it and read the things, you do sort of very quickly know and can tell that this is being written about Brakenwood, and that there's even a process in the book describing how they created the white bark grove of trees. Um, but also interesting to you is you see the word Shikari in it multiple times, and it seems to be talking about a prophecy.
What does it specific like? Is it used as like a place, as a like person?
It is used as a like title for a person. Maybe name, but yeah, it seems like a title based on how it's used.
Okay. What does it say about this person? Like, what does it say about the prophecy? It's kind of what I'm getting at, you know.
Oh, yeah. So as you're reading through it, you see a prophecy about basically a child born in the shadow of the king with no crown who escapes it and is able to sort of outwit him and avoid like directly using the king's magic and instead developing his own path. And it talks about basically that child growing and being the one who like kills the king.
Question.
It also it would also mention that like as it goes through things, it talks about him like, slaying and hunting monsters in general.
Yeah. Question. Magali has always been designated female, correct? Or am I crazy?
No, you're correct. But these people
Okay.
can be wrong.
That's fine. I'm just making sure for my sanity.
Yeah. For above the table, they believe that because all they've seen is a skeleton hand covered in rings, and they simply interpreted it as male.
Yeah, females never wear rings.
course.
Yeah. It's just what they did. Can't help it.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably a little bit of misogyny.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
In a
They
rich
say, oh, that
family?
person's powerful.
No, you
Better
don't
must be a
say.
dude.
And Shikari being like the title of this prophecy.
Child.
And this is a
Correct.
prophecy that was said among the lunar cult, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
I also showed Zarin the instance of Shikari and what I'm reading too.
What's it in relation to on hers?
Remind me again what I told you found.
The word Shikari.
Right, but inside of what? I remember it was a very old tome.
It was a very old tome that I was trying to find more about Magali, and then I rolled really shitty, like I do.
Right, I remember it was about possession. Yes.
Yes.
As you are looking through it, Zarin, like seeing what this story is about, you do see that this is a story of a body that a demon is trying to take over. The demon is not specifically named, but it is it was said that as you read through it that the possession candidate was sort of like picked at birth, and that it's been like that the possessor isn't even like denying the things. They're like, no, this is my destiny, I'm taking this, you won't stop me. And that's when it says Shikari, is that it sort of is accusing the adventurer of being Shikari. In this case, Laurel Swiftquiver. And then you see a little sentence about Laurel not knowing what that word means.
Cross-reference Laurel with anything in the case.
In the Infinite Cave case?
Yeah, whatever the case with all the shit, because they all have little
Yeah.
placards. Is that
Yeah.
name anywhere?
It is not.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, just for clarification, so you said that the one who was possessed was chosen at birth to be possessed
Uh-huh.
in this journal, like that Laurel Swiftquiver was talking to someone who knew that they were possessed and had been chosen at birth to be possessed?
He was essentially talking to the thing doing the possessing at that point.
So the possessed thing was
Like,
so the one who was
let's say
possessed
had
was
like
unaware that they were
right.
possessed.
They had like
Okay.
75% control, I would say, but not 100%.
Okay. So it was the demon that was saying, "This is my destiny and you're not going to take it from me."
Correct. And Zarin, as you're sort of taking the book from Seraphina, looking through it, you do see Laurel telling tale of a bespectacled man with a scalpel that tried to interfere with him solving this problem, as well as a very angry teenager that could make explosions with his fists.
Did he have a dumb catchphrase?
Which one?
The teenager.
Yeah, it's whatever Sigurd told him to say.
It was big bada boom.
Big bada boom, that's it.
Yeah, I know. Do we think that this, what like happened with Vodemir and whatever this story is, do we think that's the same process by that Calliope is dealing with?
Oh, I hope not.
Roll an insight. Shit, maybe.
Do you mean by way of she's becoming Lethargos?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm double check. Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking idiot. I'm double checking that I'm following your thought process.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's what I'm like obviously what I'm worried about, but if that's true, the getting chosen at birth aspect is what throws me, because that just doesn't seem like something Calliope would have been chosen for. Like, you know what I mean?
I think that these are we having this discussion in character or out of character?
Either way, it's fine.
I think that these are more. I think Lethargos and Evercinder are lesser than Magali. I think Magali has to have someone that was chosen at birth, but you have your higher demons and your lower demons, and I think even though they were super powerful, Evercinder and Lethargos would fall on the lower demon side, so they could kind of just possess anybody who has the right abilities, whereas Magali needs special.
Yes, but I don't. But I think this Vodemir is separate from Magali. Yes.
To an extent, I think it's like you've been saying, a lieutenant. That's someone that Magali has to have to help the process, but I don't necessarily. Again, I would say Vladimir probably takes over who they're possessing, so that's why he tends to look the same.
Yeah, and that is what I am wondering about because it seems like, and especially with the journal we found on the that related to when he went crazy, when the guy that turned into Vladimir went crazy. It seemed like it was one more sudden and a complete writing over of who he was in physical and mental form, like more of a reincarnation than a possession.
Correct.
That is the difference that I am trying to figure out now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. That there's a difference here in the completion status.
As you continue to read, you do also find that unfortunately Laurel wasn't able to solve the problem and had to simply murder the girl.
The girl that was possessed.
Uh-huh.
Any descriptors of the girl? What she looked like?
Yes. Yes. She was written as being above average height, slender but muscular, very athletic. Um, but
Human,
what she was
Dwarf?
he right, well he would have known, he would have talked to like family and stuff. Yeah. I was trying to think of how much exactly he would know, but he would know a bunch. She was a human.
Is there any mention of like eating parts of a creature or anything of that nature?
There are no mentions of eating parts of a creature. There is a sad backstory of the girl where her mother died in childbirth.
Um, has there? No, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's coming from the audio or something else.
Tapping or like chirping.
I do hear that.
I do too.
Um,
It's a background on the audio track.
I see.
okay.
Ah, okay.
I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah, because when I pause it, it immediately stops.
Hmm.
Okay, that's fine. There's no name for the girl?
There is. Her name was Estella Ashley. Ha, Zarin said it.
Hmm?
I typed it in chat and I had clicked Zarin, so it made it seem like Zarin
Oh.
was saying it, which I wish it didn't do.
The Are all these books in this library written by Swiftquiver people, or are they?
There are a lot of autobiographies, but they're not all specifically Swiftquiver written or like
Like, there's
the
a certain
topic
element
of
of it
them being.
to
Yeah.
like an actual library.
Yes. Yes.
In because this is an old tome, can I like between this that mentions the Shikari and the book that Lorelei has that mentions it, like how many does it seem like that they were written like kind of close together, or does it seem like that there's like some decade, like just because of like the like standard like wear and tear, or like how the book binding is, like of like if there's a difference, like were these written hundreds of years apart?
Give me an investigation or honestly, you could probably do it with a perception. Yeah, so as you're sort of like looking at Lorelei's book in your tome and like sort of looking back and forth at the spaces, the books next to it on either side, you like pull them out a little bit and like look and real quick and see if you can find any dates. And it does seem like they were written in fairly similar time periods.
Within 100 years of each other?
Yes.
That's not necessarily a generational difference. Little baby. You had the same thought. Does anybody else have any investigative questions?
Eric's reading an Elvish book for children, so
This is gonna be fun.
Seraphina sees that and just smirks.
Kurik glances up and just sticks his tongue out. Come on.
So Kirk, as you're sort of reading this children's book, you're reading through it and finding like enjoying the little stories. And as you start like flipping through them, you find this like they're like little adventures that like this group is going on. And as you're sort of like flipping through and looking at them, you see that there's actually a sad story in this one.
Oh no.
Where one of the members, a fairy, dies. And when that fairy dies, you see them sort of fall down and turn into a flower and then drop a seed. And when you go to the next adventure, you see that there's a very different fairy coming out of a different flower.
Do the adventurers
just
look
sort of-
like us?
Is this fucking
They do
play
not.
about us?
Okay, thank God.
They do not. You... One second, where is it? Not that.
Also, the fact that you rolled a natural 20 on that.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. Yeah, you see that these are like the group reacts like very strongly to it. It's much like you guys did and is very surprised when it happens in the stories as well. And as you just sort of like flip through to see like more of what's going on, like looking deeper into the book, you see that like there's a couple depths and they like switch back and forth.
And this is a children's book.
Yeah. They have a great time. And let's see. The fairies' names, there's one. They're a sorcerer that's wearing like all black at first. Shadow sorcerer. His name's Mischief. And then when he died and came back, it was Mischief Moonflower. Came back as Mayhem Hollyhock, who's a wild magic sorcerer.
Interesting. Okay.
Came back as what?
Mayhem Hollyhock, a wild magic sorcerer.
What was the first name?
Mischief
Mayhem.
Moonflower.
Oh, the first name, yeah, Mischief Moonflower.
It was a male fairy?
Yes.
He was a fairy. Yep.
I will say, Kurik got to that part, and anyone who's looking at him sees tears in his eyes. Because, like, it's too soon. Too soon for him. But he's gonna kind of look up at everyone and be like, okay, so I know this isn't what we're looking into at all, but this book had something that basically happened to us in it. But it's not about us. Like, none of the characters match up to us. I'm confused.
I mean, maybe that's what fairies do.
Maybe I've only met 2 fairies, to be fair. But is that what fairies do?
Did I see anything like that in my time in the Feywild?
Roll an Arcana. You did not. And you didn't hear about it either.
Do you have a D20 over there?
Maybe.
Are you trying to see if you're cursed?
Yes.
I
telling you. Session title. This session is cursed.
I mean, as I said in the chat earlier, I think I wasted all my good rolls in BG3. I rolled 4 nat 20s in a row.
I do remember you saying that.
Yeah. And I don't want to get my D20s, my normal dice are in the other room, and I don't want to go get them. To test to see if I'm cursed. That was my one good roll of the night, and it's me reading a children's book.
I just rolled 5 times and only one of them was below a 13. So I think it's just Foundry.
Could be.
Well, that's why I change my my dice colors up every time I get like a string of bad rolls. I'm like, okay, this color set's cursed. Time to move on.
No, I used to have you can pull random.org for seeds for dice rolls. I used to have it installed, but it's just not necessary.
For what it's worth, I also don't know whatever you're saying is going on. Switching, I don't think I do that.
You did do that
When?
when you were born.
You came from the seed.
You came from the seed of our dead friend.
We didn't tell her that, did we?
No.
It's the first time she's ever found out about it.
No, I'm sorry.
And so she's just sitting on the table going,
That's why everyone's asking where. That's why everyone's been asking where Ophelia is, and why the girl in all black earlier called you Ophelia.
I just thought she had vision problems. really weird. That must be very traumatizing for you guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Kirk does not want her feeling bad.
She's just sitting like, sorry.
I send Ollie over to sit next to her.
Weird. Hold on. I sent a GIF in Discord, and this is probably what she's doing.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Fine. I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
sa-
still Lorelai. I'm pretty
You
sure.
You are Lorelai.
You are. But that's why I'm saying it might be what fairies do.
To be honest, I've not met any other fairies, so.
We're aware.
Are there any books about fairies around us?
I was about to ask that.
Yeah, you can look for books about fairies.
Alright, I'm gonna investigate.
$17. Yeah, you find. You find a lot of books about the Feywild, and you are able to narrow it down to a couple books about fairies.
Yeah, I want to see if this is like a reoccur. Like, do all fairies go through this?
Sure. Yeah, you get your nose in that book and start reading. Do you want to hand out the other books to other people to read? I think Seraphina and Zarin are trying to read something else still.
Yeah, I can make an attempt again.
Yes, that's good.
I'm not confident in my skills, but I can try.
Do we want to investigate about eating the flesh of things?
Yeah.
Eating the flesh of things.
I will assist you in that investigation check.
Says,
Nice.
are you going to call for investigation for all of us, or are we going to roll independently?
I will call it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
not rolling.
Make Rick click
I
the
rolled-
D20 for you.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna say,
I wait.
Damn!
Both
I've
failed.
seen some bad numbers so far.
I'm gonna say that he's gonna roll with advantage, so disregard
right.
my roll.
I see. Yeah, that's fair.
'Cause I'm assist, or maybe don't disregard my roll. What the fuck?
What am I rolling?
Roll with
With
advantage.
for investigation.
There you go.
Ah,
The one good roll I do, and it doesn't even fucking count.
Yes, so unfortunately, Kirk and Lorelai, you two, you're reading as fast as you two are able to read. It would be going a lot quicker if someone else was helping you.
yeah.
Nice words. Too bad I ain't reading them.
Do you express frustration out loud?
Yes, but I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out in what way I would.
You just hear Kurik say a string of curse words in Draconic. Because no one else will. I don't think anyone else speaks Draconic, so it's just Draconic to everyone. But Kirk is every curse word he knows.
And what does that sound like?
Do not make me do Draconic. I know one or two Draconic words, but they're for writing purposes. They're not curse words. It's just angry. It's just coming off as almost a growl in his.
Do you and you see Flossie kind of like pop up from her book as she hears like some frustration. Like, do you need any help with anything? Maybe some water or
Water would be nice, thank you.
Thank you.
Lorelai is gonna look up. When you come back, can you help me read this book?
Oh, of course. And she sort of like looks over and do you not? I thought you would have known a lot about the Feywild.
I'm not that old. I was
Oh,
born.
right. Oh, so you
Who knows what?
you've never like been anywhere before.
Just Zaren's house, and also here,
Oh.
but when it was on fire.
That's a very exciting life. You've had a very exciting life so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the roads to Zaren's house, I've been there.
Okay. Are they nice? I don't imagine they would be.
It's the first time I've ever seen a road in person, so they look decent. The carts were
Okay.
moving nicely across it.
Good. That's
She's
good.
like a toddler.
What's your favorite thing you've seen?
Like ever?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna point at Ollie. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I know it's a Tressum. Rachel knows.
Yeah.
Cat.
Oh yeah, he's very cool.
Cat's very pretty. Very pretty. I mean, look at him.
Mm-hmm. And Flossie
He's
walks
perfect.
over. If Ollie allows it, she will scratch his little chin.
Yeah. Serafina, hearing her say cat, is gonna go, trust him.
Sorry, cat.
It's fine. Trust him. It has wings.
And you see Flossie go upstairs to fetch beverages. Oh, would anyone else like anything? Snacks, beverages? No? Okay.
Tea. I'd like tea.
Oh, she pops her. Oh, tea, yes. Do you have a preference for what kind?
Something with spice. Like
Okay,
chai.
sure.
Does chai
That's-
exist in D&D?
I mean, we have like a spiced tea. Yes, it's very fragrant.
Yeah, that.
Puts like some sugar in it and some milk.
Yes to sugar, no to milk.
Okay.
Thank you.
She runs off.
And I continue helping Zarin look for the eating of flesh
Eating
to
things,
gain
yes.
power.
Yes. You are able to both find together a book called Detestable Delectables.
Mike didn't pick it up. Oh god.
I don't like the name of that book. Above table. That is a knock.
It took me half a second before I was like, no, actually.
Delicious delectables? Is that what you said?
Delectable. Detestable Delectables.
Yeah.
Detestable delectables.
And you see that it is, while it is a like seriously written book about like the eating of creatures to try and gain powers and like these like recipes they're theory crafting for how to make them taste good. You like it's written in sort of a jokey manner, but you could like through by reading it you do think the information is good. And it seems that there is at least in some circles of dark magic, a known practice of eating things and gaining powers from them. And as you sit down and start reading through that book, you actually find that even in the cases where the creature being eaten is simply evil, that the result isn't always necessarily so. While I would say the majority of them did turn out that way, there were like the rare cases where it sort of like worked out for whoever this desperate person or, not quite right in the head person was that ate the demon part.
Are there any specific names in the document?
Yes, as you're looking through it, you would see names for. Are you looking for like demon names or the victims' names?
Both.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, like they would be like pretty obvious.
Sure. There was a Flora Flynn. She ate a part of the demon. Let's see. She ate the flesh of a demon called Melancore. And
And a melancholy demon.
yep. And she was not one of the lucky ones. Unfortunately, she could not control the power that she gained, and it definitely sort of started ravaging the people around her. Whereas her goal was to sort of become like the controller of it in a way that she could protect other people from it. And in her attempts at sort of like helping people, it actually was just absorbing more and more feeling into her, and she couldn't handle it. And that's what caused it to sort of take over her completely. There was another one.
How does her story end?
Oh, her story ends with her having to be sort of very similar to the being trapped in a pearl, but being like ethereally shackled to something. It was it was a religious process you don't quite recognize.
Okay.
Was she shackled by a swift quiver?
She was not.
Okay.
You see another one written about a Moravius Escalante.
Huh?
Moravius?
Wait, no, that's the name I used for the salesman guy, isn't it? No, wait, no.
You've used
No,
that
it wasn't. That was
before.
Moreno. Yes, I've used Moravius before and a long time ago. Yes, this one is then correct, actually.
Moravius Escalante?
Escalante, yes.
Okay.
He ate part of a greed demon, similar to what Zilia did, except she ate a god of greed. And he, similar to her, did grow horns. He was able to like produce things in plentiful amounts. He was able to control it for most of his life. Usually after like an initial point in his life where he sort of like he used it immediately to sort of like turn his very impoverished town into like a very rich area. And as he was doing that, he did feel it starting to overtake him. And he sort of changed his life into one that was much more reserved after that, and like was very cautious with how he used his power. And he was able to sort of like hold it back and learn to control it better. And even in like times of need, use it to like generate these either wells or resources for areas that they desperately needed. And his story ended up pretty well. He didn't seem to get nearly as powerful as a lot of the other creature like people that you read about in this story, like in these like I guess anthology would be the way to put it. But he like made it to late in life and then just died to being murdered by some bandits like so many of us do. If you do continue reading through it, you do eventually.
Okay, who's the guy you were just talking about, the eighth thing?
Moravius Escalante.
Okay, so Moreno. Is who
Moreno
then?
is a distant relative of his,
Okay.
many generations down the line.
Okay.
Actually, probably only like 4 or 5.
Okay, that's fine.
Moreno was the dead guy you found in the ice cave and
Oh,
took
yeah,
all
I
his
know, I
stuff.
know. I've got
Yeah.
the thing up.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually spelled the last name right. That's a surprise.
But yeah, as you are reading through these, sort of like more just not even like reading the whole stories anymore, just sort of like looking for like trends or like things you might notice that stand out to you. You do see that like they're always one of two things. It's either like a very desperate and poor person doing this, or for some reason it's like a highborn. Highborn stories usually seem to go worse more often.
What's one that?
But-
What's one of the stories that like didn't turn them evil, basically? You said that some of them did and some didn't.
Yes. So you want a good one? Yeah, I
And
mean,
just,
Moravius
like,
didn't
what-
get turned evil.
That's
One of
fine.
his hands was gold, but like that's not that bad. But yeah, you want to like see a trend in what happens in good ones, or what do you?
It's fine. I was just if there was like a pattern, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, roll it. I guess roll sort of like an insight to see a pattern. As you're looking through, like flipping back and forth between the ones where things went well, one, you do see very often that the person doing it had a sort of magical background. Even Moravius, though he came from a poor area, was a sorcerer. And two, you see in all of those stories, like basically they're to put it simply supported by like their town more than in the ones where it goes bad. It seems that like indeed the way that they're nurtured can affect how it turns out.
Gotcha. Any mention of a certain fox demon person?
Of Kit's? Yeah. Her fingers are mentioned, but there are no stories of like anyone actually eating them in the book. The book questions if like the wax that they've been wrapped in like kept the fingers like fresher than some of the other like ancient dead things that people would have to eat. So that
Ew.
like because like lots of the recipes involve like for stuff that's like super ancient, just like soaking it for a long time to try and rehydrate it. And like it's time consuming. Lots of slow cooking. Stews.
Yeah, so There, it does it seem like there's just like a shit ton of these fucking creatures that like this would be applicable to, or is it like hearsay?
It can be done. I would say, yeah, there has to be a certain. I would say like almost like one notedness to like this creature's goals and like desires. Like as you look through all the demons that they're trying to defeat, it all does read very much as like this one attribute rules its life, not as much as like, oh, this is a lizard monster that breathes fire and like things like that. Yeah.
Are the is it only demons that are mentioned in this book?
Yes.
Is there any mention of Lethargos?
There would be, yes.
How did that turn out?
Oh, there's no mention of someone actually trying to eat him. There's only stories about how the writer would theoretically cook it because, you know, she knew that Jaren had sealed it.
Do they like hypothesize anything
about like the effects?
Yeah.
They do hypothesize that how do I when they describe the powers that it possesses, they can only put forward the hypothesis that like it would just slowly spread and just keep infecting more people, and as it infects more people, the power will go stronger and spread even more in sort of this like exudation with while exuding, you know, this sloth aura. And it's sort of like almost like this like little mini saga they sort of like wax poetically about it with this happening and describing it, and then like they write like one small little paragraph about like what they think that it would happen if it went well. And it's like, if it goes well, I don't know, maybe people sleep better. And like they seem to even have trouble like coming up with ideas for how the power could be used for good.
On the ones that seem to have gone bad.
Yes.
Is it, now I'm not saying that, because you've mentioned a greed monster, I'm not saying that greed isn't necessarily good, but is it like things that are like tied to like real like negativity, like melancholy, sloth, like things of that nature that are like really negative kind of no matter what?
Yeah. Seven Deadly Sins inspired, they would be a good way of looking at it out above table.
So it's like any of the ones that went good could, again, obviously greed. He had to like rein himself in or it would have gone bad. So for the ones that have gone good, other than like the greed, are they like more positive in a way?
As it that is a good roll and insight.
Positive as demons can be anyway. I have a +0 to fucking insight, so 11.
So as you are reading through those, you definitely do see a theme of either restraint or like the people who have eaten the creature putting in like a very intense amount of control, or not control, amount of practice about control in it, sort of like taking things very step by step. not doing it just to like do it.
Not willy nilly.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zarin?
I think that this doesn't give us the answers that we need. The author here does not seem. They seem to be on the side of giving themselves over to the power of a demon. Or stealing that power for themselves. I was hoping for more of like
Whoa. The author specifically states that you should not try these recipes.
And why are they written?
That was going to be
For
my question.
fun.
You were hoping we would find more of what, Zarin?
just some way to counteract it or something like that. I don't know. But knowing that saffron goes good with demon is not a useful data point.
What you would see from reading multiple stories is that because this seems to be done so purposefully so many times that like there isn't really that's why the sort of answer in terms of curing it doesn't seem to come up too often. It's because this was the person's desire before they even started the process, before it admitted control over them.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean other people wouldn't want to stop.
No, but
You know,
usually that ends in murder.
The melancholy of
No. Yeah.
taking over their city, you know?
Right. That's why they shackled her to like a rock in an ancient, like deep down cave. Look, caves are just a good place to hide things. That wasn't like a reference to anything.
Question, because
Yeah.
I genuinely can't remember. Did Lorelai willingly go into the Pearl, or did she ever explain?
Lorelai's never been in the Pearl. No.
Not Lorelai. Oh my God, Calliope. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Calliope,
Yeah.
yes, she went into the Pearl. She specifically wanted to do nothing and thought it sounded awesome.
Okay, that was my question.
Is Calliope's last name Duskrun?
Yes.
Is there any mention of Duskruns in this book?
Roll an investigation. No, actually, you don't have to. It's just reading up and down a list. There is... Just to make sure. Nope, that's not how you do it.
Oh.
There are no dusk runs. But as you're looking through, what's your mom's maiden name?
You think I gave my mom a maiden name when my dad only had a last name this session?
Yeah, you can come up with one now.
She's the human, so...
Johnson.
Johnson.
Greyback.
That sounds like a slur for orcs.
You dirty graybacks.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Fuck it. Harkness.
Uh,
Why are you looking at me?
you do,
Say some shit.
reading through it all.
Let me update my fucking backstory.
Uh, you do find an entry of a Moira Harkness. It tells the story of a middle-aged woman who is described as being from a family that did a lot of like work with like trying to understand demons and fighting them. And she ate part of a pride demon that her people called the Ojota.
Can you put in how to spell that?
Yes.
It was a pride demon.
Yes.
What was the outcome?
So as you've seen with some of the other stories, it starts out looking like it'll go well. She has previous magical capabilities as she is a wizard. She seems to have a very strong support group around her. They do note that it's odd. In most of the other cases, this was sort of like the town that they were helping or like their family. But in this one, you see that it is like very much just her like co-workers is the wrong word for the point in time it is, but like her like the other people who do this work with her, like
Associates.
yeah, associates, her other like demon hunter friends. Uh and like it seemed like there was like a long selection process where she was the one who eventually ended up doing it, and um the story ends sort of in a mystery, but after like testing her unfortunately the place where it separates is that she tried to like test her powers a lot and like see what like limit testing as it's called by the gamer bros. And at one point, while after doing a lot of testing on the upper ends of it, she tried to do a small like simple controlled just like making one of her business associates sort of like just move around with her power, but as like consensually. And when she tried to move him using her hand to guide him like he normally would, his body just started like flinging and like flying across the place and like slamming into things. Like she couldn't handle it. And like as soon as that happened, instead of like being able to pull herself back in, she just started like controlling the people around her more, and like she kept one of them alive, but like pretty much killed the other ones right away. And then like ran off with them. And that's sort of how the story ends.
Did she? Did Mora eat the pride demon before she had children? does it make any note of that?
She. Let's see. You would see no mention of children.
There's no date on this entry.
There's not a I don't know what the date exactly would be. I can't remember the years, but it happened about 6 generations, so 120ish years ago.
Just a reminder, y'all, I have to get off by 10.
Actually, no, it was
At
more
the
recent than that. 80 years ago. 80 years ago.
80 years ago?
Yeah.
So potential, like, great-grandma.
Potentially.
The associate that she ran away with, male or female?
Male.
Human?
No, they were an elf.
Interesting! So I'm not as much of a mutt as my uncle thinks I am. Potentially. Okay, well, we can end it there because Rachel has to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure.
Woo! Great time, y'all.
I
Woohoo!
took 3 pages of notes.